Chapter 9. Job and Contract Costing. Learning Objectives. Describe job costing methods. Determining cost for a job. Discuss escalation clause, cost plus contract. Compute notional or estimated profit from a contract. Job costing. One meaning of job costing. CIMA London defines job costing as the category of basic costing methods which is applicable where the work consists of separate contracts, jobs, or batches, each of which is authorized by specific order or contract. 2 principles of job costing. The job costing method may be regarded as the principal method of costing since the basic object and purpose of all costing is to analysis and ascertainment of cost of each unit of production. Control and regulate cost. Determine the profitability. 3 Process of job costing. Prepare a separate cost sheet for each job. Disclose cost of materials issued for the job. Employee costs incurred, on the basis of bill of material and time cards respectively. When job is completed, overhead charges are added for ascertaining total expenditure. 4 Suitability of job costing. When jobs are executed for different customers according to their specifications. When no 2 orders are alike and each order or job needs special treatment. Where the work in progress differs from period to period on the basis of the number of jobs in hand. Format of job cost sheet. Collection of costs for a job. Collection of materials cost. An essential requirement of job cost accounting is that direct materials and their cost must be traced to and identified with specific job or work order. Collection of labor cost. All direct labor cost must be analyzed according to individual jobs or work orders. Collection of overheads. Treatment of spoiled and defective work. Treatment of spoiled and defective work. Where a percentage of defective work is allowed in a particular batch as it cannot be avoided. When a normal rate of defectives has already been established, if the actual number of defectives is within the normal limit or is near thereto, the cost of rectification will be charged to the whole job and spread over the entire output of the batch. If, on the other hand, the number of defective units substantially exceeds the normal, the cost of rectification of the number which exceeds the normal will be written off as a loss in the costing profit and loss account. Where defect is due to bad workmanship. In this case, cost of rectification is abnormal cost. The cost of rectification shall be written off as a loss, unless by an arrangement, it is to be recovered as a penalty from the workman concerned. Management may provide for a certain proportion of defectives on account of bad workmanship as an unavoidable feature of production. The cost of rectifying to the extent provided for by the management will be treated as a normal cost and charged to the batch. Where defect is due to the inspection department wrongly accepting incoming material of poor quality. In this case, the cost of rectification will be charged to the department and will not be considered as cost of manufacture of the batch. Being an abnormal cost, it will be written off to the costing profit and loss account. Accounting of costs for a job. Entries in control accounts. 1 For purchase of materials. Stores ledger control account. Debit. To cost ledger control account. 2. For the value of direct materials issued to jobs. Work in process control account. Debit. To stores ledger control account. 3. For return of direct materials from jobs. Stores ledger control account. Debit. To work in process control account. 4. For return of materials to suppliers. Cost ledger control account. Debit. To stores ledger control account. 5. For indirect materials. Factory overhead control account. Debit. To stores ledger control account. 6. For wages paid. Wages control account. Debit. To cost ledger control account. 7. For direct wages incurred on jobs. Work in process control account. Debit. To wages control account. 8. For indirect wages. Factory overhead control account. Debit. To wages control account. 9. For any indirect expense paid. Factory overhead control account. Debit. To cost ledger control account. 10. For charging overhead to jobs. Work in process control account. Debit. To factory overhead control account. 11. For the total cost of jobs completed. Cost of sales account. Debit. To work in progress control account. 12. The balance of cost of sales account is transferred to costing profit and loss account. 4. Such transfer. Costing profit and loss account. Debit. To cost of sales account. 13. For the sales value of jobs completed. Cost ledger control account. Debit. To costing profit and loss account.